My name is Amin Mohammed and I welcome you to DTC Official. It's been a wonderful week and we are right here again and it's Friday as we do it. Today we are here with Dr. Tinagyei, who is an optometrist, the CEO of Mandate Books, and a personal development expert. I can't tell you the number of books this doctor have read, aside being a doctor, the number of personal development books he has read. He is so full of wisdom, and today, as I always do it, I'm here to bring you a bit of the wisdom that he has gained over the years in the personal development as a trainer, public speaker, and a corporate trainer, and a coach or counselor. A coach or a counselor. So, yes, it's DTC. Let me remind you that there is always more to read on dtcofficialgh.com, because after this interview, you can go onto our website and read the article if you are not fan of watching videos and you love reading. Yes, make sure you subscribe and like this video and leave a comment in the comment section below. Doctor, you're welcome to DTC Official GH.
Thank you very much, Amin.
Yes, and I forgot to add, he's an author and he's smart money.
Yes.
The link to the book will be left in the description below. Smart Money is a book you would love to read.
That was the first book.
Yes.
This year I've written 3 books.
3 books.
Yes. So I think I was one of the first Africans to write a book on ChatGPT.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So the link will be there. It's available on seller.co.
Seller.co.
Yes. So people can buy my book.
So if anybody is looking at how to use the AI generation
exactly
to his or her advantage,
yes,
at
I've
its
broken
maximum.
it down to the basic. I have a book on that. And the second book I wrote this year is called Stop Stressing, Start Living.
Stop stressing, start living.
Yes.
That will be the basics.
It's on stress management.
That will be the basics of our interview today, because I can tell you for a fact that everybody is stressed. This brings me to my first question. What constitutes a sound mind? What is the psychology a person must have before we can say that this person have a sound mind? Or
okay, so like I said, 3 books that I wrote. The third one is Mental Health Tips for Entrepreneurs. Okay, Mental Health Tips for Entrepreneurs. That's the third book. So ChatGPT, Stop Stressing, Start Living, and the Mental Health Tips for Entrepreneurs. All right, the link will be all there, and then you can just buy it and then read. They are very, very well done, very easy to understand. So back to your question. A sound mind. World Organization says that health is not just the absence of disease. Health includes wellness, all right, contentment, a feeling of security, and then a feeling of worthiness or being worthy. Okay. So a sound mind basically is a mind that is not stressed, a mind that is not anxious, a mind that is not controlled by panic, or a mind that is not depressed. A sound mind is a healthy mind. A healthy mind that reflects in a healthy attitude. So I would say a sound mind is a mind that inspires peace and contentment and serenity, without stress and anxiety. It doesn't mean that there is no need, okay, but it means that there is a comfort that the person has been able to reach, even in the presence of lack. That is a sound mind.
Sound mind. Sound mind means there is a comfort that you and I have been able to reach, even if there is the presence of lack. Now let's look at it this way. Stress management and living life. How are you able to link? How does one link it together to be able to live a stress-free life, just as you said, even when there is lack? Because it's not easy to keep a focus when your mind is traveling all across.
Yes.
So how do we link this to make sure that we are actually living life within this stress zone?
So if you are very observant, you realize that I'm very careful when I talk about stress, and I'm referring to it as management. So I think that it is a little impossible to live a stress-free life. You can live a stress-managed life because stress is fundamentally the body's incapability of dealing with overwhelming issues or with handling issues that we encounter in life. If you get overwhelmed, then you start building up stress. All right. But stress itself is the body's reaction to danger. All right. So there is good stress. All right. Good stress is when the body is pushed into a fight or a flight mode, or where you come under pressure and you are able to do your homework or assignment quickly. All right, that is good stress. But when stress becomes incontrollable or uncontrollable, when it starts manifesting in physical ailments or diseases, or it starts affecting you, right, mentally, physically, spiritually, then it becomes a problem and you need to manage it. All right. So living a good life, having a sound mind, all right, is necessarily dealing with stress. Because if you don't deal with stress, you can't have a sound mind. And you can't live a life of joy or contentment or happiness if you are not dealing with your stress. Right? So stress is, I would say, sometimes experiencing these reactions that requires you to provide solution or or a response to is inevitable. But you have the power to manage how you respond and how you manage yourself even after the response. Okay. So controlling stress or managing stress is the way to live a good life, or is the way to have a sound mind.
Controlling stress is a way to have a sound mind. Because yeah, I agree with this because you can't have a stress-free life, completely stress-free life. So it is your ability to control. It is your ability to control stress that gives you a sound mind.
Yeah, to manage it.
To manage it. I perfectly agree with this. But let's look at it this way: people wake up and try to do all sort of things just to stay on top.
Yes.
But you realize that they may be good in physically, but deep down they may be dying. How does such people learn to cure their own wounds? Because they are basically people who will not share. So how does these people manage their stress? How do they manage stress to make sure that okay, I'm living a balanced life?
Okay, so most of the time, all that I say is that you need to find what is the stressor in your life. Right? A stressor is a thing that gives you a stressful feeling or sensation. So if you have to analyze your life, why am I stressed? What is causing me to experience these emotions that I'm not able to manage? Why is it happening to me? All right. If you identify your stressor, then you deal with that stressor. I always say that if there is something causing you anxiety or panic or anxious thoughts, you have to evaluate it in the face of, can I do something about it? If I can do something about it, why are you worrying about it? Okay. If you can't do anything about it, why are you worrying about it? You realize that if you analyze your stressor, regardless of the outcome, worrying is still not justified. Okay, so identify your stressor. What is causing you to experience those sensations? Right, that heightened um, feeling of anxiety. Some people heart rate increases. They can't. Their breath increase. Become short. You know. Some people start developing a pounded heart. They have sleepless nights. Sometimes even stress can cause you to have breakouts on your skin. Right. There's even an experiment that indicated that stress can cause you to either become to have diarrhea or to even have constipation. Either way,
Wow.
yes. And
Stress
stress
can make you have a diarrhea or constipation.
exactly. And stress also leads to other non-communicable diseases
Exactly.
like high blood pressure, cardiac arrest, even rheumatism. Okay, yes, or arthritis can be as a result of stress, right? Obesity, all those things. So you need to first know, okay, this is what is causing me to stress, right? What can I do about it? Okay. If I can't do anything about it, why am I even worrying myself about it? I just need to accept. Right. If I can do something about it, why don't I start working on the things I can do about it? Why am I still worrying? So I always say that there are um, about four things you can do. Okay. First of all, you can avoid your stressor if it's possible. So let's say you have this coworker who is always causing you to stress or to be anxious. This person has put their eyes on you and they're always giving you a tough time. If you can avoid them, avoid them. It could be even your family, your extended family. All right. So you can avoid. All right. If you can't avoid, then you can alter. Alter means you can change.
Okay.
Okay, you can change. If you have the capacity to change what is causing you to stress, all right, then you do it. Okay, so first you can first avoid. Okay,
Avoidance cannot be done. Then you alter.
you alter, right? Now the third one is you can ignore.
Ignorance.
That's the thing. You can ignore in the sense that it's not everything that you should respond.
Okay. Okay.
So I always, especially on social media.
Exactly. Exactly. So I want to drop the conversation on stress with this last question. Um, is it that people are comparing? I don't know. Social media seems to be one of the huge, I don't know, the topmost stressor in the world. What what do you think really accounts to this? Is it that people are just being anxious of people's achievements or what?
It's possible. It's possible. And social media was created. The original idea behind all the social media websites was to connect us. That was the idea. Unfortunately, it has transcended into something else. But people want to present their best, right? So every picture you see, every scenario you see, is, even if they are not supposed to even show their routine life or daily life, they try to put it, even if the idea is to show how they live normally, they try to polish it up a little bit because they are anxious, they are obvious, or they are aware that they are under scrutiny. Okay, so social media was initially supposed to be for connection, but now it is, people are able to present their best self, okay, online. Unfortunately, our brain process these things as the standard or the normal instead of the exception. I don't know if you get my point. So, for example, if you take a couple of pictures, you can take like 100 pictures, and you select five of them. What will be the basis for your selection?
The one that presents me best, in my
Exactly,
best of my
exactly.
best.
Unfortunately, when people see that picture, although at a point in their brain they know it is not your everyday life, but it is overcrowded with the concept that that is how you look all the time.
That's true.
You
That's
know,
very true.
if people achieve successes, they show it. If people hit new degrees, they show it. If they graduate, they show it. They don't show any negative part. They don't show the times that they failed. They don't show how many times they didn't get a certificate. They don't show what happens in their homes. How dirty their houses are. They don't show all those things. They only show the best part of their lives. Unfortunately, when some of us see it, we think that is the normal life they live, not the exception. Right? And so we are tempted to compare our normal life with people's best lives.
Let me say this. If you are sitting out there comparing your life to somebody's life on social media, I just want you to know that behind what you see are numerous things that you will never get a chance to see. The failures, the crime, everything. So this social media we are doing, including myself, it's all about branding.
Yes. Or rather, so we say it's packaging.
It's packaging. So make sure that you are able to scrutinize what you feed on. It is only your option. It is your choice to let that get to you or to let it slide away. Here is my last word on the stress thing.